become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.
Which social problem do you think the government needs to concentrate on most?
I think housing is a big problem. There are thousands of homeless people on the streets.
How would you solve the problem?
I have a good idea to solve it. The government could provide some money for homeless people to build their own homes.
It would probably be very expensive.
I think the government can afford it. Besides, there are many advantages. Homeless people would find it easier to get jobs if they had an address. They would learn some useful skill for finding jobs.
It's not a bad idea. I think education is the biggest problem at the moment. Schools don't seem to have enough money to educate kids properly.
If we are to invest more money to education, we will need to raise taxes. That wouldn't be popular with voters.
Most voters want everything both ways. They want the government to pay for lots of things, but without increasing taxes.
The government should show that it is using money efficiently. Sometimes you hear about how the government has wasted money on a project.
Yes. The government has limited funds and must show that it is using the money responsibly. What are you listening to? Is that Beethoven or Mozart?
It's Beethoven. Do you like it?
I think Beethoven's music is incredible. I've heard that listening to it can make you more intelligent, too. Do you believe that?
I don't know about that, but I do think that it helps people relax.
What other kind of music do you listen to?
Actually, I mostly just listen classical music. What about you?
To be honest, I think classical music is too complicated for me.
What kind of music do you prefer then?
I like pop music. Do you?
Not really. I don't think pop music has much depth.
I see what you mean. I think that's why I like it so much.
How long have you been into pop music, then?
I've always been into it. Have you always liked classical music?
Not really. When I was little, we didn't really listen to music at all.
So, how did you become interested in it?
Well, when I was about 10 years old, I started playing the piano. I think that's how it all started.
Do you still play piano?
Yes, it's one of my hobbies.
Are you watching the soccer match tonight? It must be the most exciting one in this season.
Well, of course I can't miss it. Which team are you for?
Manchester United. What about you?
Me too. Do you think they are going to get the championship this time?
I have confidence in them. You are studying here, aren't you?
Yes, I have been here for 3 years.
Do you like this campus?
Well, I'm rather disappointed with it.
How come?
It's too old, and it isn't as spacious as I expected.
Oh, it's awful, but it can't be helped.
I'll just have to put up with it.
Would you like to go to a concert tonight?
I'd like to very much.
All right, then. There is one at the new concert hall.
Who's playing?
It's the Powell Orchestra.
Do you know what they are playing?
They're doing a 17th century program.
And who is directing?
Well, I'm not sure of his name, but I know it's going to be his farewell performance.
How many people are in your family?
As you know, China has a single-child policy. Therefore, there's just my husband, my daughter and I. What about in your family?
I have one daughter and one son. Then there's my husband and I. What about your parents? Do they live with your family?
Not anymore. They live with my brother now. And yours?
My parents live by themselves now. When they get older, they'll probably go to a retirement home. Do you just have one brother?
No, I have 2 older brothers and 1 younger sister. What about you?
I also grew up in a big family. I have 1 older brother and 3 younger sisters.
How long have you been married?
About 7 years now. And you?
I've been married for about 5 years. What do you think about divorce?
It's becoming more and more common. However, I don't ever want to get divorced myself. What about you?
If my husband cheated on me or treated me badly, I would get a divorce.
If that happens, maybe you could marry my brother and we could become in-laws.
Ha ha. I'll keep that in mind, but don't tell my husband.
Of course not.
Now I know why I split up with Mike. We found we were simply not good for each other.
In what ways?
Well, he is a typical Sagittarius guy, while I am a Cancer. We aren't really compatible.
Ha ha. So you believe in astrology?
What's strange about that? As a person born under the sign of Cancer, I am home-loving and wish for a peaceful family life. But according to astrology, Sagittarius guys are too adventurous and risk-taking. They seldom think of leading a settled and peaceful life.
Is that so? I'm afraid it is too narrow-minded to judge people using astrology. It's all stereotypes.
But in my case, the fact matches the theory. Mike is humorous, energetic, always as fresh as a daisy, but probably too ambitious. It frightens me.
But as far as I remember, you two caught on like a house on fire when you first met.
Exactly. But later on, he cares more about his career than love. Work seems to be the better all, and all for him so much that he doesn't even grudge sparing a day out with me.
Have you enjoyed your weekend?
Yes, it's been marvelous. It really was very kind of you to invite me. I hope it hasn't been too much trouble.
Not at all. We've really enjoyed having you. I hope you'll come and stay again next time you're in Changsha. My brother joined the army last year.
Oh, what does he look like? Is he tall?
He's tall and strong.
I can tell it from your build.
Hi honey. You'll never guess what. My friends Julie and Alex are getting married.
Wow, that's great news. They're a great couple.
I know. Anyways, I just talked to Alex's best man and he is organizing the bachelor party. It's gonna be so much fun. All the groomsmen are thinking up all the wacky and crazy things we are going to do that night.
You aren't going to a strip club, are you? I don't want you getting a lap dance from some stripper with the excuse that it's your friend's party.
Ah, come on. It's just some innocent fun. You know how these things are. We are gonna play drinking games, get him some gag gifts and just have a good time. Nothing too over the top.
Well, I don't know.
Come on. If one of your friends was getting married, I wouldn't mind you going to her bachelorette party.
Good, because my friend Wendy is getting married and I'm organizing her party.
Can you speak Japanese?
Yes, I can, but not very well.
Where did you learn it?
At school, and I'm still learning it now.
How long have you been learning it?
About 3 years.
Can you speak any other languages?
I'm afraid not.
They must be your parents. What do they do?
My mother is a professor and my father is a manager.
Do they often take you out?
No, usually they're very busy.
Hello, Jason. There is going to be a screening of Final Destination 3 at our campus cinema tomorrow. I plan to go to see it.
Is it a horror movie?
Yeah, I love horror movies. Would you like to go with me tomorrow?
No way. I will be scared out of my wits.
That's funny. I didn't know a big fellow like you could be so soft and timid on the inside.
Hey, how would you like to taste my fist?
Alright, all joking aside, what kinds of moves do you like?
Let me see: romance, comedy, documentary, action, science fiction, animated, and so on.
That is to say, you like all genres except for horror movies.
Yeah, it seems like we don't speak the same language as far as movies are concerned.
Not quite. I also greatly enjoy romance and comedy.
The Notebook is this type of movie.
Really? I haven't heard of it.
Well then, this could be a nice opportunity to enjoy it together. I bet you'd love it.
Okay, I can't wait to see it. Let's go.
I suppose you like cinematography and costumes and that sort of stuff?
Yes, I do. The look of a picture is very important.
I think sound is even more important. Guns, bombs, sirens, that's what makes a movie exciting.
You wouldn't know a good movie even if it bit you on the nose.
In my book, all a good movie needs is a chase scene and lots of things that blow up.
Enough. If we don't finish the game, there won't be time for any movies tonight.
Have you heard my good news?
You haven't told me anything yet.
I got a promotion at work earlier this week.
Is that right?
It's the truth. I am really happy.
Congratulations on your promotion.
Thank you very much.
I am really excited for you.
Are you really?
I'm serious. You deserved this promotion.
Is that what you really think?
Yes, I do.
Merry Christmas, Lily.
The same to you, Joey.
This is your first Christmas in the U.S. Here is the gift for you.
It's very thoughtful of you. Wow, it is so beautiful. Could you tell me how American people celebrate Christmas?
Okay. People decorate their houses, place a Christmas tree in the room, and maybe sing a Christmas carol together.
I can't believe my English teacher is making me read Pride and Prejudice.
Why not? It's a classic. In fact, it's one of my favorite novels.
But it's so old.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Do you know what it's about?
No, not at all.
First of all, it's a romance novel, Set in the early 19th century.
I didn't realize it was a romance novel. What's the main storyline?
It's basically about a father who tried to marry off one of his 5 girls.
Why does he want to do that?
Since he doesn't have a son, he hopes that one of the girls will marry a wealthy man. That way, all of his daughters will be cared for.
Won't they get his inheritance?
No, that's the problem. Though they are well off, once he dies, his house will go to his cousin. So, when he dies, the girls will have nothing.
I see. This sounds interesting. Maybe my teacher isn't so horrible after all.
So, are you going to read the novel or watch the movie?
There's movie? My teacher didn't tell me that.
That's probably because she wants you to read the book first.
It would take a lot less time.
How about this? When you finish the book, I'll get the movie and watch it with you.
Okay, that sounds like a deal.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.